Welcome into the latest edition of the Stealing with the Boys podcast. I am your host, Junie Riddle, here, along with my boys.
Juwan Williams.
And Coach Campbell.
Fellas, it has been a couple weeks. Last game day, we did not get up early to do the pregame show for the Vikings. And so this is going to be our first pregame show here in a couple weeks. So it's great to be back on a Steelers game day, of course. And the Steelers are hosting the Browns, coming off a bye, where the Browns just played in the UK and they're coming off a long road trip home. So, fellas, for the first divisional game, getting a rookie quarterback and only his second start in his first real official road game, how are we feeling? What are the vibes? And I don't know. Do we think the Steelers are going to handle business today, or is it going to be another nail biter?
Who wants
Trey,
to
you wanna
start?
go first one?
I'll start. The more we talked about this game, like even between us, just in the group chat and talking with other people, it just I know this game should probably be a blowout, but that's just not how the Steelers do business. This game's gonna come down to we won't win more than 7 points. We won't win more than a touchdown. So this is gonna be one that we might start out slow. They might get a score, a couple field goals, and then we'll end up pulling out the game at the end, winning by either a touchdown or a field goal. But both defenses, I mean, are pretty stacked, pretty good. The Steelers give up a lot of yards, but they don't give up the points. And the Browns are kind of on the opposite. And I mean, they don't give up any yards. They barely give up any points either. They had one game, I think that was an outlier that kind of has their points per game up. But it's gonna be a defensive battle. This is just gonna be a rock fight. They're gonna go back and forth, helmet to helmet. I just don't see there being much offense in this game, and that's why I'm a little like, when we get to the betting segment, I'm a little like, where do I go with this? But yeah, I think it's going to be a defensive battle. The Steelers got a bunch of guys back on defense, and the Browns just have a stacked defense. Although they did trade away Greg Newsome, so that might be something to keep your eye on. With them having, I think they traded for Tyson Campbell, if I'm correct.
It'll be interesting to see how many snaps he gets where, that just
Right.
happened later in the week. So, I know Greg Newsome had been struggling, and so the Browns, kind of been wanting to move off him. I don't think he'd been playing as well as he did his first couple years when he came into the league. And so it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the game, but it's definitely something to watch for. It's a good point to bring up, Trey. What about you, Juwan? What are our early
Well,
thoughts on this one?
With the whole
You were so
Browns
eager with
and-
something to say, man. You got to say it.
Yeah, with the whole, I'm gonna start with low. With the whole Browns and Steelers matchup, the main thing to look at is the rivalry between T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett. To this day, like I sent y'all last night, I still don't see how Myles Garrett stats or just watching on film or TV, how's he's better than T.J. Watt. But I'm gonna start with saying this, okay? Dylan Gabriel, I really don't care about the dude. I seen what he did last week with the whole check downs. Now, one thing I would say that would be a scary sight would be his connection with Njoku. That would be a scary sight, and him and
Good point.
Jenkins. Jenkins is
Great point.
Yeah, Jenkins is a great rookie running back. And you know how we are with tight ends. They just go off on us for some reason. So I have a theory, right? And you remember when we went to the the Colts game last year, and we,
I don't want to
well,
remember. Please stop bringing it up.
yeah, but we started out the game, and they had Richardson, then they went to Flacco, right? Why do I feel like
He's
today?
not doing this. He's not doing this.
Why do I
He's
feel like
not doing this.
I feel like Dylan Gabriel, something I'm not speaking like no hurt or nothing, or something he's gonna have some type of bad game, and they're gonna throw Shador in. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I do think
That's his bold prediction.
so just to clarify here, when Anthony Richardson was taken out of the game, that was because of injury, not because of bad play.
no, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not wishing injury on him. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
You just think
I
we'll
know,
see
but
Shador
I
subcontinent.
cannot foresee. And I mean, if there's any team to ever do it, I mean, it would be Cleveland. But I just couldn't see like. I mean, he had over 100 pass rating. We can say he was checking it down. You made the good point about Njoku, about him making some good throws. I just don't think that they would bench a rookie because he struggles in his first game on the road in the division, especially against the Steelers, who are known to really rough up and give rookie quarterbacks at times trouble.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. A good or okay franchise would do that, right? We're talking about the Browns, okay? So, but overall,
if we see Shador Sanders today,
no, I think we're gonna win. I do think we're gonna win, but I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay, all right.
what do you think,
So let's
Jimmy?
go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about our matchups that we like, and let's also kind of pair that together with our game prediction. So list a matchup that you're looking for today that could impact today's game, and then tie that into your score prediction. So Trey, let's roll over to you on this one. What's the matchup that you're looking for, and what do you think the outcome of today's game will be?
The big matchup I'm looking for is like Jawan brought up, Judkins being a great rookie running back. I think our run defense versus their run game. I mean, they have a pretty good offensive line, and he is just. I'm trying to think of a good comparison for Judkins, and I really don't know. I feel like he's like a young Brees Hall. Like the way he runs, he's a bigger back. He's fast. Like he's probably a little bit more elusive than Brees Hall, but um, I feel like I mean Brees Hall gave us problems, and it's just like another one of those things. It's like if our run defense doesn't show up to play, this could be a quick game, and it will be low scoring. The clock will keep running, and they can take time of possession. And if they win time of possession by a significant amount, this will be a lot closer game than it should be. Um, so my matchup would be our defensive line, our front seven, against their run game, their offensive line, and Judkins. But do you want me to give my prediction
Score
right
prediction
now?
as well, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and get your
All
score
right.
prediction.
With that being said, I think we try to get the run game going as well. So I think this game will probably be the first game that ends from the 12 o'clock games or the 1 o'clocks, whatever time zone you're in. Because it's going to be just a slugfest, defensive slugfest. It's going to be a lot of running the ball. Probably not too many incompletions with the way these quarterbacks check it down and get the ball out of their hands. But I'm going to say this is a very low scoring game. What's the over under? You have that pulled up?
Yeah, so the over-under is 38.5.
Ooh, I'm taking the under. I will take the under all day with this game. I think this is going to be a game. The Steelers win. The Steelers pull it out at the end, like I was saying earlier. I think this will be like a game that's like a 17-10 game. That's going to be my prediction, 17-10.
All right. Juwan, the matchup you're looking for, and then let's cap it off with a score prediction.
Okay. The matchup I'm looking for is Broderick Jones versus Myles Garrett. We've been giving Broderick Jones mixed reviews this season. he has been progressing. But this is like his biggest test so far. So with Miles Garrett, the type of person he is, he's gonna hunt. He's gonna hunt for Aaron Rodgers. So if he can play a decent game, Roger Jones can play a decent game. I feel like we can. That'd be a big, big, big achievement, and it also makes a big difference for my score prediction, which I have the Steelers winning 17-7. I feel like this can be a opening because this is Rodgers' first game versus the AFC North. So this is a welcome AFC North moment for a lot of people on the team. But I think we covered the spread 6.5. So yeah.
I want to point out one thing. I saw Miles Garrett quote tweeted when Pat McAfee was in Pittsburgh for training camp. Quote tweeted that the Steelers fans in the background saying "F Miles Garrett," and I forget what he said exactly, but he's gonna be coming, and he's gonna be a little motivated for this game because they were really on it.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, Miles Garrett has never won a game outside of the the playoff game with no fans in Pittsburgh. And so I think that means something to the Browns. I think that means something to this team, and I think they're going to come out swinging. I think both of your all's matchups would supersede the matchup that I'm going to give because I think those are the two very clear and obvious matchups that we really need to at least neutralize or win to win today's game. Because if the Browns running game or Miles Garrett or both really get going, I genuinely believe that the Browns have a significant chance to win today's game. With that being said, though, my matchup, especially with Calvin Austin being the lone Steeler that is going to be out today, we haven't mentioned that Jalen Ramsey, Alex Highsmith, Joey Porter Jr., all coming back on the defensive end, and Steelers are relatively healthy outside of Calvin Austin. And so it's going to be really interesting to see because when he went down, at the passing game really slowed down against the Vikings. Like we can say what we want about Calvin Austin, but I still think he is a big contributor, whether that's getting guys open or making blocks downfield like he did for DK Metcalf, because of the speed and the threat that he has. So it's going to be really, my matchup is like Aaron Rodgers versus the Browns secondary. I don't think the Browns secondary is as lethal as it's been in years past, and that's really not only just because of the Greg Newsome trade. And so, will he have enough time to get the ball out? And will the receivers create enough separation against this Browns secondary to do it? Because I think the Steelers are going to continue to struggle running the ball. And I think this is going to be one of those games where Aaron Rodgers is going to have to kind of make some big time throws to win the game and maybe some downfield. So it's going to be a tall task. And that kind of ties into, Juwan's matchup of trying to neutralize Miles Garrett, who's going to be uberly motivated in today's game. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a little bit high scoring than you all. I think that the Browns offense is going to get turning a little bit more than we think on your all's end. I'm still going to go with the under 38.5, but I'm going to have the Steelers edging out a win. It might be a game-winning field goal by Boz, but I got it 20-17 Steelers. And I really kind of want to like reverse jinx it here and pick the Browns, like I've been known to do. But really what it comes down to for me is Steelers are coming off a bye playing a rookie quarterback, and the Browns were just playing in London and they aren't getting a bye coming back from overseas, and they got to come and play on the road in a hostile environment. I still could really see the Browns winning this game because I'm just not super confident with the Steelers defense. And so I'm going to say the Steelers edge it out because of the outside variables and escape with their first divisional win this year. So we're all in line.
One more matchup.
Uh-huh.
I want to point out one more matchup. I feel like last year this guy got the best of one of our corners, and he's coming back from injury. I think Jerry Judy and JPJ are going to be a big matchup to watch as well.
Ooh.
I don't know if they'll match up the whole game. Obviously, last year we kind of needed JPJ to follow a little bit, but with Darius Slay and being out there and Jalen Ramsey playing in the game too. It's just gonna be good to see JPJ back and see how he plays in his first game back, and especially against the guy that got the best of him last year when Jameis Winston was throwing him the ball. So Jerry Judy and JPJ would be another matchup to keep an eye on.
I think all in all, just watching the defense as it's fully healthy for the first time since week one will be really interesting to see how they all play and gel together. So hopefully the missing pieces are what it takes to get this defense to playing back at an elite level. Because again, being a bend don't break and just relying on turnovers, as we've seen in seasons past, has helped them in the regular season, but ultimately down the stretch, that's just not continually winning football games in December and January. And so hopefully with a full healthy roster, we'll see that. So let's get into our steal of the week as we are wrapping up today's episode, kind of keeping it short. We know everybody wants to get to their game day location. So Steelers -6.5 today. Again, we already went with the over under. I think we're all kind of smashing the under of 38.5. Kind of going to see a very defensive rock fight kind of battle. But fellas, Juwan, I want to start with you on this one. Let's go ahead with the spread. Let's go with a player prop and a touchdown score. What do you got? Well, I mean, honestly, forget the spread. We already gave our score prediction, so that ties into that. But go ahead with your player prop and your touchdown score of the day.
Okay. Well, my player prop today, I'm looking it up right now. So I feel like this guy has been in a lot of slack lately. I'm going Pat Firemouth. I'm taking his yards.
Okay.
What is yards set at?
His current receiving yards are over under 16.5.
I'm taking.
Oh yeah, I might take that too,
I'm
especially
taking
with Calvin Austin being out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Pat didn't get a lot. Pat didn't get a lot of looks, the past couple weeks. He's due for some.
Yep.
Yes. And for my touchdown scored, I just want to pull something up real quick. Somebody else said this, I'm just pulling it up. So the most reliable source in the Steelers, organization.
You mean the guy that you hate on and respond to all the time?
Yes. Every time.
This is your source.
We have a love-hate relationship, okay? But he
sure
said
the feeling's mutual.
Anytime touchdown, Darnell Washington and Roman Wilson. Book it. Now, I'm booking one of them. And y'all know who I'm booking. Darnell Washington. His odds just went down. Because they were at 650. Now it's at 550. His odds are at 550. So
I can see it happening today.
Darnell
Today would be the day.
Today's the day.
In a physical matchup against the Browns, I could definitely see it today. And you know me, I'm not always on the Darnell train. But in a game like today's game, it definitely could be an option.
And he also got a bunch of targets last game too. So
I
think they're starting to use him a little bit more.
Okay, Trey, player prop and touchdown score.
I'm gonna go. Okay, so for my player prop, I'm gonna take. What is Jaylen Warren's rushing and receiving?
So receiving wise, Jaylen Warren is over under 17.5. Rushing wise, he's over under 45.5.
I would take the over on both of those, honestly. I think Jaylen Warren, his first game back, he saw what Kenneth Gainwell did last week against the Vikings. I think he needs to really show out, and I think with the pass rush, he's going to get a lot of dump downs, and we're gonna use the screen game a little bit more today because they got a good pass rush. So I think I would take both of his overs on that, and then a touchdown score. This is going to be a little not even far fetched because it happens. I feel like every time the Steelers and Browns play, I'm gonna say take the Steelers defense for a touchdown today.
Ooh.
Almost had one. Almost had one against the Vikings.
Okay.
Alex Highsmith had a pick six last time we played them, or last year or whatever. Thursday night, or was it 2 years ago? But I
I
feel
think it
like
was
there's
2
always,
years ago.
but still, there's always a defensive momentum change in the Steelers Browns games, and there's always either a strip sack. TJ or Alex Highsmith had a strip sack, and TJ returned it 1 year. Like that.
Hold on,
That
Trey. I'm
happens.
gonna stop you right now. The Steelers defense has plus 600 odds of scoring a touchdown in this
That's
game.
it.
So
That's
that is higher than guys like Dylan Gabriel, Ben Skoranek, Jerome Ford, Caleb Johnson.
Aaron
It's
Rodgers.
right under Harold Fannin, right under Darnell Washington and Pat Fryermuth. Like FanDuel, or I'm sorry, no free ads. The sports books in Vegas
Yeah.
are in line with what you're saying. I think that's an excellent point.
I think that it has to happen today. I feel like it's gonna have to happen today. It's gonna be a defensive battle. The Steelers should have had one last week against the Vikings, and they have so many takeaways. Like they're bound to return one for a touchdown.
Y'all always say I'm far fetched with my Darnell take. I
think if I listen with the history of it, Trey's. I think he's making some valid points to back up his argument.
Okay.
He's backing it up with history, with the trends of the turnovers, and I think, hey, Trey.
I'm just gonna sprinkle something on it. I'm not putting that in a parlay or anything.
Fair points. Fair points on that. I am gonna go a little bit far fetched, maybe as well. Receiving wise, I am going DK Metcalf over 56.5. I think that he's going to get force fed the ball. I think, him against Denzel Ward, I think is a size matchup thing. Denzel's more of a speedy, quick, and finesse, whereas DK is more of a big and physical. Kind of like that matchup. So give me DK Metcalf over on yards. Like I said, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have to win this with passing the ball. So with Calvin being out, I think DK is going to at least have 60 yards. So give me the over on that. But my kind of out of the box one here is going to be touchdown scorer. And I mean, this might be crazier than Juwan ever picking Darnell Washington. And I'm not going Roman Wilson either. I'm going Caleb Johnson.
Oh,
I think
never mind.
I think Caleb Johnson scores a touchdown today. I think with Judkins looking as good as he has, I think the Steelers are going to try and use their rookie running back today. It's going to be a physical game. Jaylen Warren's coming off injury. I know Gainwell's been playing well, but the way the Browns fly around and how speedy and great tackling of a defense that they are, I just think that this is not a matchup game for Gainwell. And I could be completely off base with this, but if they get down in the end zone and they need a big back to get in, I don't know. I think they might throw in Caleb Johnson.
I thought
you
were going to go with Scotty Miller.
No. I thought about it, but no. I'm going. I think the Steelers try and rally the home crowd after the mishap in the Seahawks game the last time they were there. Let Caleb Johnson redeem himself in front of the fans and do it against the Browns and their rookie running back. I don't know. Maybe I had a dream about it last night. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But I just got a weird feeling about it. I think Caleb Johnson scores a touchdown today, fellas.
His odds are 850.
850.
What is Scotty Miller at for his over under yards?
900.
Oh, if his over under receiving?
Yeah.
Scott, he's not even on here from what I'm seeing. I can't even see his odds.
Really?
But I mean, because the lowest on the odds is Darnell Washington over under 11.5. Would take that over. and he's not even on here. So I mean, if it's over under 10, I mean, I think one catch for Scotty Miller, 10 plus yards.
Yeah.
I'd
They have
go-
Skoranek on there or no?
Yeah,
I saw he's on there
Skoranek.
for anytime touchdown, but
No, he's on there for anytime touchdown, but over under yards, he's not. He's not. So
So
I'm about to
I
check
just
some of
want
the sports books out.
to let y'all know that are we actually putting this in a parlay? Because if you do,
no.
No, there's
no,
not gonna be
not.
enough touchdowns. There's not gonna be enough touchdowns.
because $10 will get you 8,000.
Defensive touchdown, Darnell and a fucking Caleb Johnson. Come on.
There's no way. There's no way that happens.
Crazy.
I might put 5 on it just to say, little lottery ticket. But I wouldn't do anything more than that. I don't know. I just, like I said, I just got a weird feeling about it. Normally I kind of stay in the box. Today I'm just, I kind of want to jump out of the box a little bit. I don't know. I think Caleb Johnson, that, Tomlin always plays the mental games with these guys and wants them to kind of redeem themselves. And after just the complete mishap on special teams, I just have a feeling like he's been getting more and more carries every single week, more and more opportunities and big moments. I think he's going to get a big moment in this game today. And it could be on the goal line against this stout defensive line from Cleveland. So
I'm also going to do Aaron Rodgers over a half rush yard.
over a half rush yards.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's had a couple
don't know. I don't know about that one. We'll see about that one. But
He
fellas,
had,
I think
he had 12 last week. Well, 2 weeks ago. All I
Again,
need is one.
I'm not betting rushing yards for a
All I
almost
need is
42-year-old
All I
quarterback.
need
That's
is
just not going to be for me. But fellas, we got about 45 minutes till kickoff here. Anything else before we sign off for today and get to our game day locations?
If y'all would, if somebody wants to throw something on it, I'll also put David Njoku for anytime touchdown.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's honestly gonna be my pick, but I'm like, I want to stick with the Steelers. It's good.
I'd go Judkins. I think Judkins is going to score for sure. That's just me though. That's just me. Browns slow and easy, gonna get inside the one maybe once or twice. They're going to give it to him and they're going to
That's
go.
That's what they want you to think. Then they're gonna hit Njoku with the little pop pass.
One or the other, fellas. But hey, that is all the time that we have for today's episode. Check out the Steelers game. We're going to give a full recap early in the week this week, recapping that game and then previewing early because we also got Thursday night football this week in Cincinnati. So we're going to probably be doing some back-to-back episodes. Juwan's going to be on site. So a lot of content coming out here in the next few days after, we're coming off our bye week, taking a break from doing the podcast. So enjoy the game today. Hopefully the Steelers pull it out and get their first divisional win. But for the Stealing with the Boys podcast, we are out.
F you, Myles Garrett.
Here we go.